brave people to join us on stage. Let's give them a round of hands. Our first very brave couple are Sandra and Rocco Honorati. So I'm going to read Sandra and Rocco's story. Oh Lordy, where to begin? Let me give you a little insight to who my husband was prior to being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He was a strong, hard-working person who was all about work ethics, being a father and a husband, and never turned his back on a stranger. He was a hard worker who through the years have made many people happy by building them homes, remodeling. He built our home for me as a gift after I survived cancer. They knew him in Carthage as the one-man house. He was an awesome cook and enjoyed cooking for many. And on Christmas Eve, 2010, we were getting everything together, as we always do, to serve food to family and friends, and all the others who wanted to come to the house for a bite to eat for the holiday. Even extended the open house to the firemen and police officers who had to work that night. Rocco tried to get himself out of it, but when we had a fire at our house, he was overcome trying to save us. And when he was rushed to the hospital, we noticed afterwards that he was having difficulty with thinking and speaking and forever losing things. He lost his job in February because following instructions was a very hard task for him. March 2011, Rocco was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at the age of 56. We at the time knew something was wrong, but we just didn't know what. The neurologist did many tests because he was not going to settle with the fact that all signs pointed to Alzheimer's, and he wanted to be sure. Apparently, being caught in the fire had exacerbated the Alzheimer's. It has been a life-changing experience for all of us, at times not for the good. I was myself in denial. Even though I'm a nurse and all the signs were there, I refused to see them. Rocco took this now lifestyle very hard. He was used to getting up and going to work, and now he sits and doesn't understand why this has happened to him. At times I've heard him say he wanted to die because this was not the way he wanted to live. I then had to spring into action and try to make my life as normal as possible for him and my children. I always joked and told him that this was God's way of saying, slow down. You worked hard all your life, and now it's time to stop and smell the roses. I told him it is now my time to take care of him. Even though it has been difficult for me to work and pay bills and not have another income, it was really hard for him to watch me struggle. With the added expense of medications, along with everyday bills, it has been very difficult. He also forgets at times that he has eaten or that he hasn't had a meal, and that's a challenge. Going out to eat shows to be difficult because people stare and they say things that are not appropriate. This was never allowed when I were kids, but now Rocco will start spitball fights. I had to change a lot of what I say and do because he will be suspicious and think that we are talking about him. I now work nights so my son who lives with home is with him to care for him. A new thing that has just started with him, it seems that now he gets angry and has difficulty in telling what he is angry about. I am so thankful that I still have my husband with me. I am not sure how long I have him, but we will live and we will care for him. Living with and taking care of someone with Alzheimer's is a very difficult task to take on. I now understand why they call this disease the longest goodbye. I know there are many that have to take this journey. It is one of the hardest things to do. I expected to live life to its fullest and retire with my husband, sit on the front porch, watch the sunsets, and watch our kids and grandkids during retirement. Sadly, this may not happen, so I will enjoy the time I have left with him and do all that I can to keep him with me for as long as I can. I want to thank those that are involved with the Alzheimer's Association for all that they do. There will be a cure someday. I hope I am there to see it.